Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
This slight pause has
Hi.
been brought to you courtesy of the power company.
Yeah. Oh boy. I've had one heck of a night, guys. Let me just tell you. Um, my internet went out. Then my power went out. I have no. I swear to God, I thought it was Red Dawn all over again. Or you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
But
Oh,
we're being
d
invaded.
out of curiosity, do you think your internet going out, that issue we had with the lag, was a precursor to that?
I believe it was, sir. I believe it was.
Oh, and by that, we were sharing. AMG was sharing a Canva screen, the thing she uses to create thumbnails and stuff like that. And we were talking, and the audio was fine, but the video was
It
about
was like
a
five
minute.
minutes later.
That
Swear to
yeah,
God.
the lag was ridiculous.
So I've
AMG
never seen anything like it.
was saying, "And what about this?" And I'm thinking, "Oh, nothing's changed."
Okay, I'll wait
Then,
for you to catch
eh,
up. And it's like minutes later,
yeah, it
it
is
felt like.
absolutely crazy. And everything else, my end was working fine. Yeah, web
Yeah.
access, other web browsers, perfectly fine, snappy, excellent. But
And if I said something, you responded immediately, if not
yeah,
quicker.
yeah,
So it wasn't an audio lag at all. Like, it's
yeah,
crazy, guys.
yeah. I suspected it might have been StreamYard,
That's what I thought too at first, but
but yeah, really weird.
it was my internet about to go down. And I still don't know why I did it. There was just a big outage, and then there was a big power outage, and Crazy went crazy because she thought we were actually being invaded, but not by anybody that lived on this earth. Um, she's out there screaming, "Get out! Get out of my house!" Jesus. Oh no.
Mind
She
you,
took it
it's only
personally.
only a few more days.
Well, that's the bad news, guys. Uh, I saw packing boxes today. I have a feeling these motherfuckers are gonna jip me out of my warranted eviction. I am not gonna get my eviction, and I am gonna be pissed so much. Oh my god, if I don't get to see them evicted, I will be pissed. They better not. But if you remember, they moved in the middle of the night. So maybe they always do that. Like they run from one place only to move in the middle of the night, right?
Possibly so.
So the next couple days, I'm gonna be sleeping near the front door so I can hear it if they try to leave in the middle of the night. Let's face it, I'm not gonna sleep, and cause when they leave, I'm gonna get something on film.
Right, you need some party poppers and one of those blowy
I just
things.
need some poppers, period, right now. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
I'm assuming
Oh,
that was a veiled drug reference, which I don't understand.
not so bad. Poppers. Do you remember VCR cleaner?
No,
Oh,
is it acetone type stuff?
yeah, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Solvents, let's say.
Right,
They make them smell nice now, and they put them in little bottles, tiny bottles.
lovely.
Yeah, just saying. Two hits, anything.
Okay, fair enough.
How you doing, guys? How you doing? I've got my Graham and Bob show cup, so I'm very happy. I was gifted a personalized coffee cup from Graham at the Graham and the Bob's, and it's just the most awesome thing. I have pictures. I'm gonna put them in the Discord. I love it. It's pink. It's got my coffee Bob on it. Oh, I just love it. I hugged it when I got it. I squealed and hugged it when I saw what it was. It just
If only
felt.
you knew
It's
how many
very.
bobs went into making it.
It's not solvent green. Jesus. Or whatever that fucking shit is. it's it's just so sweet, very thoughtful. So if you're here, Graham, thank you again.
He is, yep,
He is here. Oh,
he,
nice. So yeah, hi guys. How you doing? Say hi to everybody.
I will do that. Um, Good morning, Irish. The first one here.
Oh
Good.
shit. Is she mad?
Not yet.
Okay.
Um, oh, by the
Should we
way,
tell her?
that is not a cue for you to look for the super chat button, Irish. It's been disabled.
It's been disabled. I disabled the supers and the stickers this time. Not because I don't want you to give me anything, but I've fallen on some hard times, as usual, I guess, at this point. And I could use anything that you guys might be giving me in supers quicker, because I gotta pay rent.
And also without the massive deductions that a
Yeah,
certain
very rich
video hosting
company.
company takes.
They're so rich. Why they gotta take so much from us? 40% is too much.
Because they are so rich. And it seems to be a plague of things at the moment with various companies.
How
For
so?
example, the electronic point of sale, so you use your card swipe type
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, they are charging more and more
Yeah.
for their
Well,
services. Also, some of them um, now, if you apply a refund,
mhm. You don't get
you
the fee.
you don't get their fees back.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, like when we had the business, um, for a very long time we did not take American Express because they take the most from the business.
Mm.
But um, with sometimes though, they take from the business using it and from the consumer using it, the card. It's crazy. They're just
That's,
they're like nickel and diming us to death.
yeah. Yeah, I was looking at a video yesterday where the guy was complaining about, I forget which payment handling system it is now, so I won't name any just enough
Yeah.
chance I get it wrong. But their strapline is basically includes the words, yeah, no surprises for the
Mm.
people using the system. And they've just introduced something, well, they will be introducing something from, I think, the 1st of June or the 1st of July,
Mhm.
whereby if a transaction is $30 or more,
Mhm.
they will apply a
Surprise!
$1.49 charge to it.
Surprise!
Exactly.
Yeah.
And why?
Why?
Well, why $30? So it's for restaurant system, so restaurant based system.
Okay.
So one, I mean, I would suspect if you go out and there's two of you or more,
It's gonna be
it's always going to
30.
be more than thirty
Oh
dollars.
yeah.
I mean, it might even be more than $30 if you go out and have a three-course
Yeah.
meal. So
But
why
like
they bothered doing it, I've no idea.
I always thought that they would charge more fees on the lesser bills because they're not making as big a fee on it.
Um, I
You're
see it the
making
other
more in your percentage with a bigger bill.
I see it the other way round. Of the fact it's a smaller percentage of a bigger bill, so less noticeable. People will be more willing to say, "I've just paid $200. Oh, and a $1.50
Yeah.
charge," as opposed to I've just paid $10 and I've paid over 10% of that as a fee,
Yeah, you're right. You're
or
right.
I had
You're
to
right.
swallow, or I've had to swallow
But
that.
that's how they do
Yeah.
it on the food apps. If you the smaller the amount, the larger the service fee.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean,
Stupid.
this one it was a fixed amount. It was,
Mm.
yeah, always going to be $1.49. But it's just a
Yeah,
bizarre.
if you spend under $15 on like I think Uber Eats, you get another 250 charge or something like that.
Yeah, there was a. It went away in this country some years ago, but there used to be. I mean, if you went to a shop and you use your card to pay, if the transaction was, I think, under £10 or under £5, I can't remember which, the shopkeeper would tend to refuse a card. You weren't allowed to use a card for less than that because the surcharges the credit card handling company levied, it basically it took all their profits away
Shit.
for that small a charge.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but
still
that I think
talking about
has
this
gone now.
shit. It's
Yeah.
making me depressed.
Mm. Yeah. Anyway, going back to saying hello to our lovely people.
Mhm.
Good morning,
I just
Jason.
don't want
How are we
Iris
doing?
to be mad. That's it.
Mm.
Okay. Hi.
Um, Dalek
Jason, you
Beck,
said? Hi,
Becky.
Jason.
Sorry.
You said Jason?
No. Yes, Jason.
Hi.
Yeah. Dalek Beck, one of our lovely Australian
Hi,
colleagues.
sweet lady.
Yeah. Graham is of the Graham and Bob
Graham.
Show
Where's the
and
cup?
a
I got the cup.
constructor of marvelous personalised bucket-sized mugs.
It's not a
Um,
bucket. It's only 30 ounces, I
yeah.
think.
You
Shut up.
say potato, I say
You
potato.
can buy a bucket of beverage at KFC, though. Just saying. You
Hmm.
can buy a bucket. Good.
Yeah. Hi, Nightwall. Good to see you there.
Hi, guys.
And Anthony, ATB Films. Good to
Hi,
see you.
Anthony.
Taipan, our other Australian. Good. I imagine
Editor.
it's probably
Oh.
Happy Sunday, Taipan and
Graham,
Dalek.
thank you, sweetheart. I got a tip from Graham. Thank you.
P. Barnes says he hasn't made a live stream for a while, but yeah, good to
I
see you.
know, right? Hi.
And Mike71, hi there. And Odin, good to
Editor.
see you.
Editor.
Captain Cactus, glad you could pop in. He's not sure how
Hi,
long the
Cap.
Sigma's going to last at his coffee shop.
Oh, hey. You
He's
having
out and
coffee
about.
too? Yep, in about. Are you taking pictures? Please take some pictures. Go ahead. He takes delightful pictures.
And he's suggested that I could go on OnlyFans to raise some money.
Hey. Sack
Yeah,
boy.
the odds of that.
Little sack boys. Um, you also haven't taken any pictures lately, sir.
I've,
Yeah.
I've taken a couple, but they're of cars parked illegally, so not of that.
Hmm.
Not really of shareable.
Eh, depends on the car, really. Go ahead.
Well, it's not really
Anybody else?
fair. No, I think that's it.
Well, good morning, guys. Good to see you.
Hmm. And as delightful Dalek says, don't forget to type in all caps so the young Marvel girl can read it. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Have I become a knock, Simon? No, Graham, I haven't. It's just
You did. Cap did send me a picture yesterday. He's right. Um, it's very pretty. Flower in a
sorry.
field, I believe. It's a picture of a
Right, okay.
flower, I believe. Yeah. So, there was something I saw recently, and it's very uh, important, and I wanted to share it. Um, because I remember sharing this when it first became a thing. It's a signal to people. Like if you're in trouble, a way to signal somebody without saying something.
Right. Yes, I think I've seen something that is that the. Well,
Right.
I won't say what it is because that'll take away. That'll be a
Well,
spoiler,
no,
wouldn't that?
I mean, just no. It's I want people to see this, um, so that if they ever see it, they know what it is. If they see somebody doing it, and if they ever need to use it, God forbid, they know what it is. You know.
Hmm.
So let me find it real
Yeah.
quick.
It's a very simple thing. Well,
Yeah,
Obviously,
it
it's
really is.
simple because if it was complicated, it would be notable by
Whoever
the
you're with.
person it's
Yeah,
you want protection from.
right. I just gotta find where I put it, 'cause you know me.
Um, it's a hand gesture one, Graham.
Yeah.
Quite possibly the hand gesture one. Um,
Anthony, thank you. Thank you so much. You guys have
it's
no idea you're
effect
saving my bacon.
it's effectively a visual version of that particular drink you can ask for at some
Yeah,
bars, which
exactly.
basically is an alert to the bartender that you need help,
Yep. Just have to find where I put it in here.
which I think is a really
That was
wonderful,
smart that they came up with that. It's so
yeah.
smart. Where did I put it?
And I find it more distressing the fact that it's needed more than anything else.
Yeah. That's scary.
Um, Irish, member for 27 months, mutant, raised eyebrow, annoyed looking look, green heart.
Uh,
Yeah, I saw what you did.
oh, sorry. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Let me find this real quick. Okay, here I
Yeah,
got it. I found it. All right. Let me rewind it. Okay. Thank you to this. What is this channel? Life is Life for uploading. Okay, here it is. You ready? Can you get rid of the overlay?
yep, sure. Hang on. There. If I had half a brain, yes. There you go.
There we go. All right, here we go, guys. If my fucking internet works. Jeez. Let's try it.
No sound,
No
but not that you
sound.
really need sound. I
There
don't
we
think
go.
don't think there's much sound with it.
Yeah, it is.
Think this is just a normal couple shopping. Think again. Terrified, this brave woman looks around and locks eyes with a stranger. But what she's about to do next is all thanks to a TikTok trend.
Popularized on TikTok that alerts people.
Hand signal could help to save a life.
Fearing for her life, she tries 3 times.
Which one? Which one? Girl with the black jacket.
Oh, come on.
Don't be obvious.
Until
That lady steps in,
That is brilliant.
and then another lady comes and takes her away.
That distraction by the blonde lady is superb.
Brilliant. It was everything. And then she leaves, and he's just like, "Where'd you go?"
Yeah,
share, it could save a life.
And then they put a card over it.
Stick calls Daniel Ryder.
Oops. You fold your thumb in and close your
Think
hand
this is
over
just
it.
a normal couple.
Should I show it again, just in case?
I think people would have got it.
Alright. So yeah, you fold your thumb into your palm and then close your fingers over it. That's the signal. If you see it, do like they did.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was just so
Yeah,
powerful to see it in use. That blonde lady and her friend, more power to them. Thank you, ladies.
absolutely, yes.
The blonde lady had balls of steel to go right up to the guy and step in, and it distracted him just enough to get, the girl away. Hopefully to security guard.
Yes. I mean, I must admit, I was a bit surprised at how distracted he actually was.
By the lady,
Although,
she got right
well,
up in his
yeah,
face, so she got right up in between them. Like there was no chance of
yeah.
him not getting a whole
But the thing is,
face full of
she
her.
walked Well, she walked between them, and it broke the physical contact
That
they
that was
had.
so important, right there. It had
And
to.
yeah, I know, but the thing is, I'm saying is, I'm surprised
He let go.
he allowed that distraction. Although,
Well, if he didn't, it would have looked way too wrong.
yes,
And
but
we don't
then
know
again,
that like we don't know that it was like some stranger in a movie type thing because they were in a public place. He might have been
yeah,
an abusive boyfriend who wouldn't let her leave, whatever. We don't know. We just know that
but
she gave the signal and people helped, and that's the
yeah,
important thing.
but then again, that's exactly what a distraction is.
Hmm.
Something that takes your mind away from something that's actually happening at the moment. So yeah,
Good job, ladies. Good job. Yeah. And I just think everybody should be sharing that that signal, and talking about it. You know.
the the only question I would have
Mm,
is the drinks order at a bar.
yeah.
Is that a universal drink?
I don't
Because
know.
I think I've seen different drinks
I don't
mentioned.
know. I don't even know the drink.
I'm not aware of it either. But then
Yeah.
again,
So
I'm not. I'm hopefully not in the category of somebody at risk, and I'm also not a bar staff member. So um, Anthony sort of poses a question or a
uh,
statement which I sort of did wonder as well.
uh,
He says, being the skeptic he is, it looks too much like a setup too.
I don't know. I was worried about that, but then I looked closely at it and I saw her face, and she's not acting. I'm sorry. I've seen
Hmm.
fear before. She's prayed.
I mean,
I'll
I
stake I'll stake everything I have on it. The lady giving that signal looked afraid,
mean the
and
main
nobody's that good at actress.
the main thing I had about it was the way she was holding up her arm, yeah, basically turning away and holding her hand up high. I mean, yes, okay, obviously it's got to be reasonably high so people can see it, but
He was not
I
even
would,
looking in the same direction, so she was
yeah,
safe. Still, look, even I'll play the game and say, even if it was fake,
I don't mind.
it
It
makes a point.
demonstrates. Yeah,
But
that's the important thing.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go with the fact that I saw her face. I saw it, and I know that look. Unfortunately, I've seen it in people's faces, including mine. Not for the same situation, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I said I don't mind if it's fake or not because it illustrates the point perfectly, and it's possibly the one good thing TikTok has done, if it indeed is a TikTok trend as it was suggested.
Um, I didn't see it on TikTok. I've seen it pretty much. It was everywhere. So I saw it on YouTube the first time.
Right.
And it wasn't a. I don't think it was a TikTok video. It didn't have the up down thing. It could be though. I mean, hey, if it is, like you said, it's the one positive
Yeah.
thing TikTok's ever done. They owe us
Yeah.
all the
Well, even if it isn't a
deadly shit.
even if it isn't a TikTok trend, it might be something they caught up with
Yeah.
and promulgated. So yeah, all good.
Hey, Brandon. Good to see you,
Hi,
my
yeah, hi,
dude.
Brendan. The east coast of where, Brendan? The US, I assume.
America. He lives in New
Yeah,
York.
right.
I'm thinking of bagels and boar's head ham now. Uh, good food.
Um,
Cold
Irish.
cuts.
So, what symbol do the guys have to make for when
Same
you're around?
thing.
Then,
Same thing. Same thing. It's a universal symbol.
uh-huh.
You're thinking of sleep. You should go to sleep, babe. You should.
Sleep
No
is
reason to be.
good. Well, can be good.
I got some cute videos too, you know. Uh, yeah. Let me see. Let's find something cute. Like, do the opposite of what we usually do here. I'm working on this video. I'm so pissed.
Hang on. What do you mean the opposite? Don't? Are you trying to say that I'm not cute?
Oh no, I didn't mean that. Let's see. Which one do I want to show? There's so many cute ones. Dogs are cute. Alright, this one's kind of funny, I think.
Sorry you've had problems sleeping, Irish.
Oh, baby, yeah.
And I suspect Taipan's having some issues as well, saying, what is sleep?
Oh, dudes. Well, Taipan should be asleep because isn't this like morning? No, wait,
I
this is
think
night.
7:30 in the evening for him. I think he said
Whatever
earlier, or 8
time
o'clock
zone
now.
suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever weird time zone you're in, sir. Alright, now I gotta find the
Oh,
picture again.
poor Captain Cactus.
Alright, here we go.
He's got a guy playing the keyboard about 20 foot from him, and as good as he is, he can't hear the stream now.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe.
Hang on a minute. Let me just get
Hey,
rid of...
Cap! That's not gonna work. What are you doing?
I don't know. I can't hear anymore. You've deafened me.
Did you get rid of the overlay for me?
Yes.
Here we go.
Follow me, follow me.
Is he being naughty?
Yeah. Ooh.
Pose.
You in trouble now.
You are.
Yeah. Tell her where you got it.
Where did you get that?
Tell her.
I found it.
Tell her.
I found it outside.
You stole it.
Hey,
What, man?
what are you doing?
Playing with my horn.
Where'd you get that?
Outside. I found it.
Did you take that out of the dishwasher? Please?
You know you took it.
What, man?
Tell her.
He's not very happy with you telling him I'm prettiest.
Okay.
Hey, can I have that?
It's my horn.
Poggy,
Just take it from me.
give it to me.
Just take it from me, mama.
Give me that. Hey. Naughty. That is not for you.
It's my horn.
Well, neither yours.
Those voiceovers kill me. Isn't that cute? You there?
I'm here, yes.
Did you like it?
It's
Cute, right?
interesting.
I thought it was adorable. This voiceover, he's really good, that guy.
I don't know. I always get a bit twitchy with people giving animals voices like that. Captain Cactus might remember a guy called Johnny Morris and a program called, what was it? I can't remember what it's called. And they showed lots of pictures of animals, and the guy made voices up for them. I don't know.
This is funny. I got another one, but forget it.
No, be
No, it's alright. Yeah, I'll find a different one. Since you have such an issue with animals having voices.
Well, yeah, yeah, I understood.
Okay, no, I don't want to do that one. That's so cute.
Talk amongst yourselves whilst we work this out. Animal Magic, that's the one, Graham. Thank you. Yes, I mean, and Captain. Yeah, I was thinking it's Animal something, but I stopped myself from saying Animal Farm.
That would have been stupid. Because we know what that was.
Yes.
I hated Animal Farm. I really did. I did. Was not a fan.
I'm not sure I've actually ever read it. I mean, I know fundamentally what it's about, but
it's stupid. It's not stupid, obviously, but it's just I did not enjoy it. It was long-winded and just, you know.
Yes, I mean, the thing is, okay.
Is that Ayn Rand? No, who was that?
George Orwell.
Orwell?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of his writing. I'm not. Very
I've read
wordy.
I've read 1984, and that was okay. I wouldn't say it's the most enjoyable book I've read, but if I read something or watch something, I'm one of those ones. It's going to be for entertainment generally, unless I've got a specific reason for reading or watching. I mean, I don't really want or need to be educated.
Oh, shoot,
So it's and yeah, political heavy type stuff. Yeah, it's not really my thing. Well, apparently, according to Captain Cactus, it depends on which animal farm you're referring to. I'm assuming there is shall we say, an adult video
Oh god.
called that.
Oh god. Not good. It's not.
Yes, indeed, Brendan. As from what I know about it, it is about the animals creating a communist collective, and
Yep.
the that's the sort of 4 legs good, 2 legs bad thing.
Yeah, that's what it was. Alright, I'm gonna play one by my girl Amala. It has to do with the whole Cleopatra thing, and I'm just gonna let her take it.
Mhm.
And I'll be like, we could have a discussion if we want. We don't have to.
Right.
Here she is. Alright, you ready?
Yes, Graham, it is wrong that you thought of that one first. Have some of the
Mm-hmm.
Bobs take you outside for a kicking.
Here we go.
Whiteness is a cult, and they will always come to the defense of their cult members.
Right. White people are the ones who are wearing t-shirts about how proud they are about their race. White people are the ones rallying in the streets about their race. White people are the ones race-swapping characters even though it's completely historically inaccurate. White people are the ones getting their own categories on Uber Eats, Hulu, and Netflix. And of course it was in the name of white people that we got over $2 billion in damages here in the United States due to the riots that happened in 2020. Not to mention the 20 plus people who died in the mostly peaceful protests.
It's about the Cleopatra thing that got me. People freaked out when they tried to swap races on Little Mermaid. I didn't give a shit. It's a fictional character. But Cleopatra walked the earth. She's
Yeah,
a real life human being. We know what she looked like. Um, and not all of Africa looks the same, obviously.
indeed.
And I was a bit peeved. Then I find out it's not just some movie. It's a fucking documentary they're calling it. That is where I decided I wanted to say something. You can't call something a documentary. Documentary, words have definitions, words have meaning. Documentary means something that's documented, proof, like we have done research and this is a story of this.
Yeah.
You can't do that with a human being. I'm looking at it like, there's gotta still be her bloodline somewhere, I'm thinking, right? I mean,
It's possible.
Egyptians are the ones who are most pissed off about it. They have completely banned Netflix in Egypt now. Good going, Netflix. Not a few people there. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's so tone deaf, it's crazy.
I saw show.
And I had to say something. Because a lot of people won't because they're afraid of being canceled or called racist or something. And that's what the person who created this was Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife, the one who got him to hit Chris Rock. Yeah, she's calling anybody who has a problem with it racist. No, no. I just want people to be historically accurate about shit. That's all.
Well, the trouble is, so many people believe what they see.
That's a very big problem.
Some as bad as some of the Hollywood films about things. People,
Yeah,
based on
it's
real events, they think that's the way it
yeah,
happened. Um,
like
that's
300.
bad. That's bad enough. But
Like
when you actually roll something out and say,
it's
"Oh,
a
by the way, this
documentary.
is a
Oh
documentary,"
God,
that
that's over the
that
line.
that applies certain elements of this is going to be at least
True,
reasonably
mostly true.
factual.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, obviously they're not going to say, "Yeah, this is exactly what
well, you
Bob
can't.
said at this
No,
time,
no,
just before Vesuvius erupted and
no,
whatever,"
you can't.
or
But still,
exactly what Cleopatra said. But yeah,
at least get what
elements
she
of it.
looks like right. She was
Yeah,
Greek, Macedonian. They're white. Sorry,
yeah,
and she had Hellenistic features.
yeah.
She was a Greek. She actually kind of looks like my dad's sister.
Yeah.
Kind of look like her. Anyways, um, we don't like when we see videos about flat Earth done documentary style. I wasn't gonna let this fucking pass without saying something. If I'm gonna debunk, I'm gonna debunk, and I gotta debunk. This is bullshit. Um, and I would do it. Here, and the thing is, it's sad to me that they did that because the series of documentaries that they were planning was about great African queens. There are some amazing, lesser known African queens they could have done this about. There's tons of them. And yet and still they took a woman who was not black and they went, let's make her black cuz she's got name recognition or whatever reason they did it. And it's sad to me that they're discounting what their own race has done, you know? And it's maddening that they would have the pomposity to do that.
Um, that's a bit worrying, Sorsha. Sorsha says that the Viking series even did a gender and race swapped an historical person.
Who?
It's
I didn't watch the
I
Viking series. I'm sorry.
mean,
They did
gender.
good with Rome. I gotta tell you,
I
I was very impressed with the Rome
mean,
series.
gender swapped. I could almost understand, but how the hell do you do a race swap for a
How do you do
Viking?
both?
What?
Because there's women warriors in the
Yeah,
Viking
I know.
era.
As I said, I can understand the gender swap, but
No, you
how the hell do you
said.
do a race
Oh,
swap?
okay. Yeah, like what race?
Yeah,
Like
like,
Asian? Black? What?
I know the
Was it a black
Vikings.
Viking?
I know the Vikings roamed quite widely, but
Yeah, you never know.
yeah.
That's crazy weird. But yeah, like I was very impressed with the series they did on Rome. They got that pretty well done. Um, I just Spartacus on Stars was extremely historically accurate. Like they can do so well these channels, and then they do something like this, and you're like, oh my god, really? The fuck clown world are we in?
Graham's asked an interesting question. His next episode has Joe and Teg, his time traveling Muppets, meeting
Oh,
Cleopatra.
get
Should he
out!
use it with all this going on?
Oh,
Ineffably good timing, Graham, and I would say yes.
don't back down.
Yeah,
Don't back down.
but make
Um,
sure you get your sort of black or brown crayon out so you can make sure she's a proper colour.
she had a hell of a nose, I'll tell you that.
Oh, very cute nose.
Yes.
And if
Yeah,
anybody's
yeah, yeah,
read
yeah,
Asterix
yeah.
and Obelix, you'll know what I mean. Yeah,
He's
Sorcerer says
a
apparently a male
black,
historical figure was
black
a
female.
black female.
Yeah, I saw that. That's interesting. Um, I don't know much about the Vikings, not as much as I know about Rome,
Hmm.
and I haven't seen anything like that done there. I don't know if it's because it's more widely known. I mean, can you imagine if they like made Caligula a girl? Slut, crazy slut. Like I don't know.
I'm sure they would probably make some reference. Actually, no, they probably wouldn't make some reference to her permanently being on PMS with
Yeah.
all the bad things going on. But
Anyways,
yes, Mike, the Queen of Sheba would be a good queen to do,
there you go.
and there's even appropriate music for the intro.
There are tons of great African queens they could have done. Tons. They could have brought one out and done one that people don't know much about, like had never heard about. Really groundbreaking stuff. I just I like the director is trying to say we did it to get, eyes on the series. Well, you got eyes on the series now, bitch.
Hmm.
Just in a bad way.
Yeah, I
She,
mean, it's
like the director, the things she's been saying sounds incredibly vapid. And I have a feeling Jada twisted her arm. Jada gave her that look that she gave Will that night that made him slap Chris Rock. And she gave the director that look when she said, "I want to make Cleopatra black." And the director was like, "We can't. She was white." And Jada gave her that look. She's like, "You're right. She was black. She was real black, dark, very dark." I can see it. I can see it. Can't you see it? She has that
okay.
look.
Okay, take care, Captain.
Bye, cat. Like
Uh,
when she was on that episode of that red table thing that she does with Will, and she was talking about how um she slept with that guy, had an affair with her son's uh friend because she just wanted to feel good. It had been so very long since I felt good. And like Will just got that stupid smile of his on his face, and he's nodding like, "Yeah, honey, I didn't make you feel good. I didn't make you feel good at all anymore." Oh my God, really? And then they even have this fist bump thing they do. Bad marriage for life. They both say at the same time and do a fist bump. What? That's not cute, guys. Will, you're being made a fool of. Get out. Run, Will, run.
hmm.
She's not even cute
Yeah, it's
anymore.
not a good look.
Oh my God. She's destroyed Will Smith. Will Smith used to be the slickest, chillest, coolest guy. And now he's just sad. So sad.
Mhm.
You know? And that's really, like, she's Tony Soprano's mother. Oh my God.
Mhm.
She's Olivia Soprano. Yeah.
Okay,
Only she doesn't, she's not even cool enough to be Italian. Sorry about it.
Hi, hello, baby. And she named her stray cat Sheba after the Queen, but then found out he was a boy.
Oh no. Hey, it could still be a queen.
Absolutely.
Still be a queen, baby. Is it a fierce cat? There you go. But yeah, I just wanted to say something about it because it's not right. It's just not right. And I feel I'm behind the people of Egypt on this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Is
mean,
it
she
bad?
even has the museum, like their official, the big place, the Antiquities Museum, totally, totally up in arms. And they went to the government. They're like, you do something about this, and they threw Netflix out the fucking country. Beautiful.
Hi, and on One News. I mean, is it bad that if push came to shove and I was asked to name an African queen apart from a boat, um, the only ones I probably come up with are the ones in Egypt, the pharaohs and or sort of wives of pharaohs.
Uh,
I mean, I've got no idea about the names of anybody in anywhere south of the
yeah, but
Sahara.
it's not your history.
Hmm.
It's not like uh, when we're taught history, we're taught those things that took place on a world stage, other than our own history.
Hmm.
We're taught
Yeah.
American history here, and British history because we're so intertwined. right? And
Yeah.
then we're taught some of we call Western civilizations, which is we're taught about the pharaohs. We're taught about um, Rome, and like we're taught about Europe and parts of Africa and Asia that have to do with the entire world, things that happened and had to do with the entire world. You know, so that's why if things went well there and
Hmm.
they stayed off the grid, so to speak, no, there's no reason that we would know about it. That's why
I mean,
it's good to have these documentaries when they do what they say they're going to do, because you do get to learn. Or,
yeah.
now we have the internet, you could do your own research.
Yes. I mean, now I've been out of the education system for over 40 years. I
Mm.
find that yeah, I really enjoy absorbing new
Oh,
knowledge for the
yeah.
sake of
Yeah.
just knowing it, and I sort of semi regret I didn't pay as much attention in school that I did with
Yeah.
particular
You have
subjects,
now.
and history is can be quite fascinating.
It is, absolutely. Um, I personally enjoy learning the history of my own, like the Italian
Mm.
history, that Roman history. But yeah, history is a lot of fun. Um, to learn, not maybe fun what happened. Um,
No.
yeah. So that halfway through that sentence, I'm like, that's not what I want to say. Um, but yeah, I wish I had paid more attention, but now I have now, you know, and now
Hmm.
I go out on the internet sometimes and I just jump into rabbit holes and keep going, see what I can find. It's fun. Or I go on Google
Oh,
Maps and find a place, and then like, hey, what happened here? That kind of thing.
that's a very sweet thing to say, darling. Whoops.
But
She says, I know in 1963 Elizabeth Taylor was a good Cleopatra,
she was great.
so they should use our lovely young Marvel girl as Cleopatra for today's
Oh,
movies.
aw, thank you. Ah,
I mean, I think,
that
although
was
I
a
think it would
great
even
movie. It
be
really
more
was.
historically inaccurate having it in Italian.
Yeah, but I think she did great in that role. She did. I've seen that movie
Mm.
so many times. I'll watch it at the drop of a hat. It's a great epic movie. I mean, the sets alone. Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's some of them are still out in the desert, because they couldn't, they didn't break them down and they just left them in the desert. Can you imagine coming across one just randomly? Like, because
Well,
they were big epic sets.
the thing
It's
is,
like
what happens if somebody comes across one in 75 or 100 years' time?
that's what I'm saying. Like anytime.
Mm.
That's just ooh, what happened here? That kind of thing. Oh, look what I found. No, no, you didn't.
Yes,
You didn't find anything. It's just a movie
yes,
set.
yeah. A
Like
later
that's where
resurgence of.
they had the what is it? Millennium Falcon out back out in the desert where they had filmed and used as tattoo, and they had it surrounded by these I don't know, things so that you couldn't see it from like the ground, but people kept seeing it from above. And so they had to move it because they were afraid people were gonna,
Mhm.
go get it, steal it. Can you imagine like the caper that would be to steal the Millennium Falcon? I mean, you can't just fire it up and fly it,
Why not?
really.
I mean, it did work, didn't it?
No,
Oh, you're destroying all my boyhood dreams. They're
didn't even
punctured.
taxi. Didn't
Sniff,
even taxi.
sniff.
I know, right? I'd like to see, like, was that just the outside one, or did they do the inside and outside with the same model? Like, wouldn't that be cool if you could like go inside it? Come on, that'd be neat.
Um,
Great place for LARPing, at least. So it's a set, really.
mm,
Cleopatra.
yeah, I
But
imagine it probably would be.
I think the sets that were still out there were that big one where she's coming into or going down into the like in that parade thing. Um, there's a big gate to the city, and then there's also the burial chamber that she commits suicide in. I think those are the two sets. I think. Don't hold me to it. Are they moving out now? I'm hearing something.
What? Sorry?
I'm hearing something. Are they moving out?
Oh,
I'll
be
be
interesting if
pissed.
they are.
I'll be pissed. What's today's date? They got till the 6th. Three
It's the
days.
third.
They can hold on 3 days.
Hmm.
Come on. They've been stubborn this long. Like, I just, I hear somebody out there. Like, can you imagine? No, we're not going anywhere. No, we're not going to. They got themselves like 3 extra months rent free. And then they're going to,
Mhm.
like, sneak out and I won't get my eviction. Damn it. And the eviction doesn't go on their record since they left before the sheriff came. That's bullshit. But she lost her housing, so she's fucked.
Yeah, sad, but
Yeah. Yeah. You hear them out there?
not. No,
I have
can't.
headphones on. I can hear them. Okay.
Hmm.
You usually hear them before I do. So, anyway, guys. Um, I don't know. We're watching Sopranos, like I told you, and the last few episodes, I gotta say, have been weird. I'm not happy because they're not happy. I'm only happy when they're happy. And we're at the point where Carmela and Tony have split up. Um, that's all I'll say. Because there are other storylines that are lesser known that I won't tell you about in case you want to watch it.
Hmm.
And there's this one that I keep waiting for, and they keep talking about every fucking thing other than that one storyline. Although they touched on it today, so I'm hoping in the next one they'll do something. Because I've heard about it, and I gotta see it now, you know?
That's a very generous offer, Irish.
What? You
She
never
says,
listen to what I say because you're always in the chat. You know that?
I am listening to what you're
No,
saying.
you're not. Go ahead, what?
Um, Irish wonders, do you need her to send you a couple of flashbangs to scare the out of them?
Yes? No, I wouldn't. I can't do the say no while I'm nodding thing because you can't see me. But I'm saying no and I'm nodding. You really shouldn't send them nod, 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 nod. Yes, 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 yes. Sorry. I heard gunshots the other day.
Ah, that's always fun.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about hearing a gunshot means it's less likely you have been shot.
Not necessarily though. Really,
Less
think about it.
likely. Yeah, you could get a grazing hit, but
Just because you heard it doesn't mean it wasn't you. If you heard it, you could look down and be bleeding.
this
Quite
is true.
frankly. But I heard that I could tell how far away they are, relatively far, by the echo on them because I live in a bowl. Basically, I have mountains on 3 sides of me.
Mhm.
So we get very big echoes here. Like the thunder the other night. Oh my god! I swear to God,
That was
it.
quite loud.
I, I don't even know how to describe this shit. It's like an orchestra could not come close to it. Like if you had the big, huge barrel drums around you, all around you, and you're sitting in the center, and they're just going at it, that still wouldn't be like this. It was like an explosion every time it hit. Like it was that crack type.
It
And
was
then,
a impressive booming mess.
and the rolling parts of it were massive. Like, these mountains really play havoc on it. So I don't like it. I'm scared of thunder. And if there was lightning to go with it, I would have been under the desk.
Well, there was almost certainly lightning to go with it, just not in
It
your
wasn't big
line of
enough to
sight.
see it, yeah. We get lightning
Or,
when it snows here and stuff, so we get lightning for everything. Not ball lightning, though. Isn't that interesting?
ball lightning's not that common.
Yeah, I know. Get it? It certainly wouldn't show up in your backyard and throw you out
Oh,
your
right,
back
yes.
door while it sets
Okay,
your
so
house on
yes,
fire.
I was struggling for a moment until you carried on. Yeah,
Hmm.
and thank you, Irish. That's partly what I was sort of flailing at. Depending on the ammo, you'll get hit before you hear it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. He's just bad at it. Oh my god.
I think your spell checker might need a bit of adjustment there, Graham.
He might be on the computer.
He says, I particularly enjoyed the creaming which came just after the thunder. I think he meant screaming.
Screaming. Oh. That's right, you were in the chat. Yeah, it got worse. The thunder and the screaming, of course. Also got worse. Um, but yeah. If you think
Hello,
that's
William.
fun to listen to, you should watch some movies with us. Because according to Jason, watching movies with us is even better.
Right. Hi, William Foley.
Hi. Welcome to a weird night for me.
Well, morning.
Whatever. So, I was going to show you the beginning of this more in court video that I was going to work on. But then, I just show a little bit live. But then I'm like, oh, fuck. So I had found it. And I'm like, oh, this is good. Because this guy is a fucking moron, right? And then next thing I know, the next day, Old Squishy Gardner posted it. I'm like, great, now everybody has it. I should have done it right away, but I didn't. But I'm still going to do it because this guy's a fucking idiot. There's been a lot of Moors showing up in court lately. And, it's like it's a re-up, like, all of a sudden. They went away for a while. Like, we didn't hear much from them. Like, now they're back and they're just claiming that sovereignty shit. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're not anything really.
No.
And
is it just one of those things that seems to happen where there's a phase of a certain thing happening? Yeah, it's like, you wait for a bus for ages and then suddenly three of them.
And then a bunch of it and then nothing. But like steadily you see sovereign citizens of court, a pretty steady stream of them. But Moors come and go. This guy that I'm talking about had been in prison for 15 years at some point, and he's mad about it. He's just so mad about it. He says he was unjustly convicted, but there was a jury. Dude, they found you guilty. Right? Apparently appeal didn't work, so just... I don't like people who can't take responsibility, I really hate that. So he brought this case, but then says they have no jurisdiction. So why would you bring a case to court if the court has no jurisdiction? Why would you ever show up to a place that has no... Like, say you get a summons to court, right? Because you've done something wrong. But you're a Moor, and you don't believe they have jurisdiction. I wouldn't get out of bed if I didn't think they had like if I believed there was no jurisdiction, they couldn't do shit to me, I wouldn't even get out of bed. Why would you even get out of bed and go to court or even onto a Zoom call if you don't think they have jurisdiction? You know they do. So stop lying. You wouldn't be there if they didn't.
It's a very bizarre thing. I mean, a lot of it's not just Moors. I mean, a lot of people, sovereign citizens and stuff, are of a similar mindset where they don't believe
Like
a
Daryl
lot of
Brooks.
things apply to them. And as you say, why on earth don't they show the
Yeah,
courage of their convictions if they truly
exactly.
believe that? Oh, yeah, they don't have the right to pull me over for a traffic stop. Okay,
Don't pull over.
why are you stopping then?
But like Daryl Brooks constantly said, um, you can't
Subject
make
matter
me do
jurisdiction?
anything I don't want to do. I don't consent. And every time he said that, they made him do what they wanted him to do. Dude, you're not in charge. They always say that. He would say, you can't make me do anything. You can't make me stay here if I don't. One day he literally, because he wanted to leave the court, you can't make me stay here if I don't want to stay here. And I did not see him get up and walk out. I didn't see
No.
that. I don't think anybody else remembers him doing it either. Because he did. Because they can.
Be careful.
But,
AMG. Taipan says if you're going to talk about Moors, you're going to have to pay him $1 trillion in silver.
oh. Yeah, we don't have any real cash, so it's got to be gold and silver.
Mm-hmm.
Could it be gold pressed platinum? Yeah.
Nice Star asset. It's a Star Trek reference.
Yes. I mean, hey, you're gonna play in a fantasy world. Why can't I? Oh.
Absolutely.
And this guy's
I
calling the place a corporation and all that shit. It's just, I would love to know. I'd love to get one of them to be truly honest with me. And I'd
I
like
must
to
admit
know, do
that would
they
be fun.
honestly to believe this shit
Yeah.
or not? Because really, they sound moronic when they're talking this. And I don't like I wouldn't stand up in front of people and say all this foolish shit that sounds that stupid because it makes me look dumb. A, that I bought into it, and B, that I'm parroting this nonsense. It's gobbledygook. It's nonsense. It None of it's real.
Hmm.
But they're spewing it like it's just the end all be all of reality. And it's got to be embarrassing. It's like standing up and saying, I am Queen Azareth from planet Glamtron, you know, I and like saying it with conviction.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound crazy to people or dumb. How do they not they have to believe it, right? Or they couldn't say it like that, right?
I
Or they
really
just leeches
don't
trying to get over. I don't
know.
know. They're con men.
In my mind, well, in what I laughingly call my mind, that there's sort of two levels of these sort of soft-set more ones. There's the ones who seem to stumble along and just reiterate the same thing over and over and over again, much like the bad name and badge number that a lot of them sort of come up with, just being belligerent and obstructive like that. And they seem to fumble along with stuff. And there's the others that have got a stock phrase, which you just know, oh, it's been 5 seconds, he's going to come out with that. And there'll just be a rush of words. I think Nathan Oakley, the flurfer, does it a lot. But there's very sort of soft sits and Moors who've got their stock phrases. I mean, Bear's Law, the guy, with his, what was it?
Oh, the numbers he
His
would quote.
his and the numbers and that mutiny, treason,
Yeah.
whatever thing, that catchphrase. I mean, when you've got it to the level of it's a
Yeah.
catchphrase, I'm
It's
sorry, you've
rote.
lost all credibility
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
my books.
Um, I just, I don't know.
Capital felony treason. That's the one. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I was kind of lost in it.
Hmm.
He's still in prison, right?
I I think the last I heard he was,
There's
but
laws.
then
It's
again,
been,
I don't
yeah,
really keep tabs on them to that level.
yeah. He was fun though. He was a good lolcow.
Well, generally they all are. It's just that some have got different levels of aggravation and
Yeah.
vexation for me.
Well, what I find interesting is the and thanks for mentioning Taipan, Black's Law.
Hmm.
It's right there on the cover and in the name, Black's Law Dictionary. It's a dictionary.
Oh, no. Law. It says law, therefore
But
it's the law.
yeah, it's a law dictionary. Oh my
No.
God.
It's the law.
Mm-mm.
It says law on
I
it.
get what
It's
you're
the law.
saying,
Yeah, I know.
but the thing is, how do they miss the dictionary part?
Because it's a word with more than two syllables.
I just don't. Why? What got them to think this is the definition of actual? If you want the definition of a word, you go to a dictionary. That's what they're there for. If you want the
Yeah,
definition of a law, you go to the law. You go to
yeah,
the legislature. You go to the actual law, the cases, the precedents.
yeah.
You
Well,
don't go to dictionaries.
the thing is, I can understand them getting confused-ish about it, but then again, as you say, if you actually open up and read it, it doesn't actually say the law in this state
Right.
means that you cannot do this,
They
that,
think
or the
it's,
other.
yeah, they must think it's universal law.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
yeah,
if they had brain one, they'd know each state can be different, and it usually is, depending on what you're
yeah,
talking about. And
yeah.
as similar as some of them are, they're also different. But
Oh, I would.
if you
I
look in
know.
the, go ahead.
So I know they can't do it, but I would love it if one of these Muppets quoting sort of Black's law at a police officer. I would love it if the police officer would say, "I'm sorry, we don't operate under Black's law. We operate under maritime law."
Yeah, you wouldn't get that, but there's been
Yeah.
some great comebacks by cops lately.
Mm.
But and one of them was just like, yeah, that's a dictionary. When he started
Mm.
quoting it, I'm like, I know Black's Law, and the guy's like, you do? He's like, yeah, it's a dictionary. We use it, but it has no standing in court. It's not the law. And the thing is, they if they when they're reading it, do they not see that the law part isn't there? Yeah, it could
Yeah.
say that a driver is this, but that's not like a lot of words have multiple definitions. You can't.
Yeah. I mean, you can't be a driver
That
because you're not on the golf course.
right. See,
Uh,
it's just.
Joshua. Yeah, it's a very pertinent thing
But
from
you
Joshua.
had, and I've come to the conclusion, with my opening question of like, how much do they truly believe it, or are they just leeches trying to get over, con men trying to get over? And I've come to the belief that they know it's not true. They just don't want to have to pay their fair share of things. They're trying to
Yeah, I
get
think it.
like they're like every other criminal or whatever weak person who wants handouts and hand ups instead of doing it themselves. Like they get pulled over, or like Daryl Brooks blaming his girlfriend for getting him mad for killing 6 and injuring dozens more. That kind of thing.
Um,
It's not my fault. it's your fault,
I mean,
or they did
sadly,
this and they did that, and that's why it happened.
I think part of it does kind of work.
What?
Not for the reasons they claim,
What does? What do you mean?
because,
In what way?
well, in a lot of cases, the prosecution will drop the case due to witnesses not turning up, or
Yeah, it's
they
never
won't. They
about the argument.
Yeah, well, no, exactly. They will never win on the merits of the case, but they
Never.
occasionally don't lose because the case gets dismissed.
Yeah, and they think it's
Also,
they
they
won.
push it down the road away. They don't deal with it immediately. It's in a month's time. It's in 6 months' time. It's in a year's time. They defer and they defer and they defer.
Yeah.
So they win like that. But
What
going
did I
back to
miss in the chat?
Black's Law, I mean, Joshua says, member of 16 Months Celestial says, at least it's not the quantum syntax grammar mess. Yeah.
Oh, it's. You know what? When they try that shit, I tell you, I don't know what they think they're getting out of it, but when they do it to the point where it's correct in their little system, all they're doing really is trying to confuse the matter so you can't have a fact. You're trying to say
Yeah.
there's no facts in this sentence when there are, when you use, actual grammar, many facts. But it's just so boring to listen to though. Cuz they have to, and it's got to be so time consuming and breath consuming to have to say hyphens, commas, and dots
Well,
between every word.
the thing is, they can't do it off the cuff. They have
They
to.
gotta be reading it.
They've got to be reading it
Yeah.
pre-prepared. So how the hell can it be the only natural
Working thing,
language
yeah.
for pure communication? Because you can't communicate like it.
Well, no, I've seen some say the sentence you just said. What fact, or how many? I've seen people do it off the cuff. They ask the judge or the prosecutor, um, that sentence you just said. I'd like you to detail how many of the and they're like, no, I'm not playing your game. I've seen
Yeah,
that. I've
okay.
actually seen it.
They can say that, but they can't say that in their stupid quantum syntax grammar.
I don't
Off the
think
cuff.
they ever try to say that it's a spoken language. It's a written language, honey. It's only a written language.
I'm still not impressed by it.
Yeah. No, it's stupid. It's real dumb.
Well,
And
the thing is, okay, if it's only a written language, why do they speak it out loud?
Well, they're reading it into the record.
But it's not a spoken language.
But it's gotta get to the record.
In which case, hand it over. I mean,
I don't know.
like a lot of these things, there's paradoxes and hypocrisy abounding.
Of course. And it all comes back to the same thing. These are the people who dodge drafts. These are the people who, if you ask them to help you paint, they're like, "Oh, I'm washing my hair that day" or something. Like they never want to step up and do anything to help anybody but themselves. They never want to. If you're out to dinner with them, everybody's paying their share, and they're like, "Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom."
They say they'll be in the men's room. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sexist. I'm assuming they're men. You were better. You said bathroom.
I did. They're that person.
Yeah.
They're never the person who sees something needs to be done and says, "I'll do it," or "Let me help."
Yeah.
They're the people who are asking all the time and never doing for anybody or anything. That's who they are. It's like, I don't know. There's no redeeming value, really. None.
They've only got the partial value of offering a degree of entertainment and amusement to the masses.
What are they saying in chat? I'm missing it. I can't see today.
Um, Dalek is wondering about something called the voice referendum. And she's asking Taipan that. I'm assuming
Okay. Don't know what that is.
assuming it's something that's internal to Australia, so I'm afraid I'm
Moving on.
oblivious to that. Graham's sort of agreeing with you. It's spoken when read, though. This is a quantum syntax
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
But yeah, I know what you mean, and I'm being a bit pedantic on it. But I still stick to my
A
point.
bit.
If it's purely a written language, you don't read it, you don't vocalize it.
Oh, stop.
Hmm.
We vocalize the written word all the time.
Yeah, because it's English and it is both a spoken and a written language.
Moving on.
Think that thing about the voice referendum might have been something to do with Taipan saying the soft sits here in Australia, just take it further and start their own country.
Mm. Oh, there should be an island we could put them and frauders and Moors all. Oh wait, there is. You're on it.
I say there are lots of islands that would be suitable. I just wouldn't want to ruin them by having soft sits and moors and other such idiots infesting
that's
them.
why just use the one Taipan's on. It's already there.
Oh, that's
Set up
unkind.
for it. It was already set up for that shit once.
Hmm.
What made that stop? I wonder. Like, can somebody tell me? Obviously, an Australian, tell me how to go from being a penal colony to an actual, just place.
Well,
Like, how did that happen?
we'll let you know when that happens.
Oh shit!
Sorry,
Well,
Taipan and Dalek.
I'm supposed to be doing an interview with Taipan, and we can go over that, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Taipan's quite fascinating, and he's agreed to let me interview him. So that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a lot, seen a lot.
Oh, good. At least Dalek is laughing about that joke. Taipan, not so sure about it.
I joke because I love. But anyhow, how long have we been going?
An hour and 20 almost.
Okay.
And it's heading towards the time where I need to be upping sticks and.
Are you going out?
Yeah.
I thought it was Sundays you go out.
Saturdays as well.
Okay, cool. Thank you for doing this on today.
I am your stereotypical man about town.
Yes, he is. He is, guys. He lives in a very sweet, quaint village. Great. And I'm not saying that to be any kind of way. It's beautiful.
Yes, not bad. Some very pleasant
lucky.
places around.
Very lucky. Bucolic, you might say. It's not Uncle Pat's farm, but
Oh right, yes, another Soprano reference. Yes, there's less dead bodies in the lawn.
Yeah, you don't know that. I don't believe you could say that, sir. I bet you there's more. He had 3. How many does your village have? Thank you.
No, I was thinking that the lawn around where I live.
Oh well, I was talking about your village, not your actual place.
Well, because he's got a property, and I was going like for like, property to property.
You don't have as much though.
This is true.
So you gotta go like for like. You gotta go, size too. And you don't even know that for your lawn.
But size doesn't matter.
You don't know what history happened there. I would say, no matter where you go in Europe, especially, if you dug, you'd find body parts. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Some places more than others, but people would be buried where they fell back in the day, in combat too. But definitely if they just were alone and killed over. They just stayed right there.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think no matter where in America too, not just Europe, because we had native grounds. We don't know how many burial grounds we're laying on top of, you know, building on top of.
Yeah, I mean, I suspect there's a good chance that within a certain area there is one unaccounted for body from way back when.
Mm-hmm. Might not be the Johnson brothers, but come on.
Hmm. Yeah, and it
Or
does happen.
Czechoslovakian.
Yeah, I mean, it does happen occasionally when somebody is doing some sort of maintenance or digging or
Mm-hmm.
such like. They sort of go, "Oh, that looks a bit like a skull,"
Yep. It's happened a
and
number of times.
yeah,
In America, they had like for subdivisions and stuff, they had stopped digging because they found them
yeah.
burial sites. Sometimes they weren't human. They would be like, where
Well,
many animals were.
if you find a long bone, unless you're some form of biologist, you're not going to know whether it's a
Yeah,
human femur or it's yeah, a gazelle femur or
yeah.
what have you.
And sometimes they found even older stuff, or just where they've like there's been housing, let's say before, but it
Hmm.
was very, very, very before huts and stuff.
Yeah,
They find pottery all over the Northeast and
yeah.
Southeast. Yeah.
Graham says, "Hey, you said you wouldn't say anything about what's under his patio, AMG."
Oops. Sorry. Ugh. What
Yeah.
else?
Uh,
What?
Taipan says that's why we're doing well here. In some places, you can travel for days and not see anyone.
Oh yeah. It's
I can
just
imagine that would be
it would
nice
be unsettling
to
for me.
a degree, but I think eventually you do need to have some human contact.
I would get totally freaked. Like um those of you who have seen my short uploads of my Ring camera, you'll hear the cars going by, right? You heard it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Even that, I live on an industrial street, let's say. That's too quiet for me. Like, I'm used to living in a city that never sleeps. You know what I'm saying?
And anybody who's getting flashbacks to Joe Pesci's character trying to sleep in My Cousin Vinny, you'd be right.
That's it. That's exactly it. I have an air conditioner on all the time. Or the guy from Northern Exposure uh, that put um, an air conditioner in his window in Alaska in a dead of winter because it's the noise we're used to. I just I can't sleep when it's too quiet. When I was in Iowa that time and there was nothing, it's 6 weeks I went with like almost no sleep. I couldn't do it. It's so dark and so quiet. I had to sleep with the TV on. It's crazy what you get used to, you know.
Right. What is okay? This may sound a silly question, but what is Iowa famous for? I mean, Idaho, I know it's the potatoes.
Corn.
Um, Iowa is corn, is that
Mm? Most of the corn you see though is for the cattle.
right?
Um,
Hmm?
Mostly
Okay.
because the corn near the street or the highways, it would be too easy to steal, so they don't want to put edible corn there. It's tough and not we don't eat it and digest it well. The one that you see near the highways, it used to be at least. They might, I don't know, but yeah, it's just corn everywhere,
Right.
everywhere corn,
Yeah.
and flat. It's very flat, very 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 flat, and there's like nothing, nothing, just
Yeah.
nothing.
William's the same as you. He has to have a fan running so he can sleep.
Yep, I need some noise, man. And like Well, they had the Field of Dreams movie there,
Okay.
so you can go to the cornfield where they built the baseball field. I don't know if it's all even there anymore. I think they started growing corn again over half of it. Um, but my aunt went there, the one that lived out in Iowa, and sent us some souvenirs. And one of the souvenirs she sent was like a bottle of the dirt. I'm like, really? What do I want a bottle? I got dirt here. They sold dirt in bottles,
Oh, of
and
course.
people paid like $10 for dirt from the Field of Dreams. That's stupid, people. It's dirt.
Hmm.
You don't even know if that's really dirt from the field. It could be anywhere. They could have packed it in China for all you know.
Well, the thing is, if it was
Idiots.
dirt from the Field of Dreams, there wouldn't be a Field of Dreams anymore. There'd be
But
a
the thing
ditch of
is,
dreams.
if you had taken the dirt yourself and put it in, that's one thing. If you
Hmm.
they also do it at famous beaches, like Virginia Beach. You can bring some of the beach home in a bottle. There's some sand. It could be from anywhere, really. So unless you've done it, it doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
Don't send me dirt. Don't send me sand. It's, I get that like it's a unique souvenir, but it's just send me a picture then. It's
Well,
fine.
unique along with all the other bottles of dirt, the stuff that people have taken.
Right? That never made sense to me.
Hmm.
Like unless like the thing that you know who is getting for you, um, that piece of
Yes.
Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was done by her. That's something
Yeah.
different, you know. I don't know.
Yes,
I'm
Dalek.
a cynic,
An idiot and the money are soon parted. Yeah.
right? Would you
And
pay $10 for dirt in a? It looked like a film canister.
and Colorado, according to Taipan, is famous for coffee making.
Yeah, me.
Yep.
I got my coffee right here in my bob cup, and I'm drinking it. I gotta say, update on the Capresso machine. I'm getting better coffee out of her.
Good.
We're working things out. We're working things out. We're coming to a.
A
What do
mutually
you?
satisfying agreement.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we were
which would
strangers.
be which would be a lot worse if it was a washing machine.
We were strangers, and we had to get to know each other. I had to get to know her procedure, her process, if you will, and she had to get to know what I like, and we're working it out. We're working it out. We're almost there. Like we're almost spot on there. I get good coffee now.
Excellent.
Would like it to be a little bit hotter, but what?
Dalek has got her frozen mocha iced coffee.
Oh, yep. She likes her cold stuff.
And
Have you ever
Graham's
tried
asking,
cold brew? Sorry, go ahead.
is the coffee mug surviving?
Mm-hmm. I'm using it right now. It's very nice. It's very nice. It's getting along well with the other four in varying shades of pink.
Right. Taipan is wondering whether that means he has to cancel the sample of koala poo he was sending you.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I will. I don't. I never wanted to try that stuff. Just never understood. Why would it be better after it's gone through the digestive system of another animal?
I
don't get it.
I don't think he means coffee with
Oh.
just a sample of koala poo.
Well, that's just mean, sir.
This is the one area where things might be a bit different with the samples of Earth. Irish says her grandmother gave her a little bottle of dirt from her backyard and gave it to her
yeah,
when
that's totally
she
different.
moved over there, and said she wanted her to have a little bit of her home no matter where she was.
Like I said, if you do it yourself, that's different than buying from a business a piece of a movie set. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. It's just different.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I would love my cousins in Italy to send me a piece, some dirt from where our family's from. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
You
if there's a
know,
personal
there's
connection,
a
it makes
connection
sense.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah. If I didn't make that clear, I'm sorry, babe. But
yeah.
no, when there's a connection, that's one thing. But this is the Field of Dreams. I didn't even like the movie. Yeah.
Maybe we could sort of appeal to the government for them to have you send a piece of, say, something like a bit of the Eiffel Tower.
You hear me laughing?
I know you're laughing inside.
Not even a little bit. I thought he was going to say Coliseum.
Of course you did. Which
Something.
is why
Anything.
I was specifically non-specific about the government.
Hmm. Yep.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, you know why I am attached to a ball dangling in the sea.
Yep. So what'd you think of the... Anybody want to say anything about the thumbnail? Did you like it? We worked on it quite hard.
I noticed you added some fishes in since, in fact,
Yeah.
you did mention you were going to thinking about that.
Yeah. And I also put everything behind the water, like you're the only thing in front to get more.
Uh, just because I can, and because he's Australian, I'm going to set him up. Taipan says he loved that dig. So
What? Yeah. Well,
the Eiffel
thank
Tower
you. Thank you.
job.
Thank you.
Yes, Dolik, that purple thing is it's a ball and chain,
Yeah.
but
It's pink, by the way.
it's sort of pinkish, and I made it furry because reasons.
You made it furry? I don't remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
If you actually
No,
look at
yeah,
it very
see,
closely, it is furry.
Sorsha has rocks from different places. You picked them up yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
Like people pick up shells. That's different. You have a connection. You did it yourself. That's different. It's a memento in that sense. I'm
Yes.
talking about a very specific thing where places who don't have anything else for merchandise will do this. Because I've seen it other places um, that don't have any kind of real branding, so let's sell dirt from here.
Yeah.
A, you don't know if it's really dirt from there. It could just be prepackaged dirt for all we know. Because you can buy dirt
You
anywhere
can indeed. Yeah.
in large quantities. And I just, what are you gonna do? Like, it's stupid. Like, I've seen just cities in Colorado. They don't have anything real um, that happened there, so they sell novelty stuff that you can get online at Vault, whatever that place is. Like, I hate to say it, this bacon soda I've seen online. Because they don't have anything real branded there. So they just sell novelties. That's what I'm talking about with the dirt. If I like souvenirs that have something to do with the place.
Yes.
And there are some places that lend themselves better, like Salem, Massachusetts, lends itself to branding and merchandise really well. You know, all kinds of things, from witch supplies to T-shirts of the different various places, like the witch dungeon, the museum, whatever, the gallows pole, the commons.
Yeah.
What?
Reference to the thumbnail, Taipan says, as always, he loved it.
Oh, thank
And
you.
a passing comment from Irish, furry cuffs suck. I'll take your word for that.
I get hot.
Can you please show us again, Simon? I don't know. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, do you mean fat?
What? I'm watching on the stream, so I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that. Yeah. That's great.
Yes, and if I
Well done.
zoom in,
Okay.
and
Which
before
part's
it gets too
furry?
pixelated, you might be able to see it's furry.
Oh, the cuff part. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, Taipan says AMG does have merch. She sells old coffee grounds.
Speaking of that, oh my God, I have new merch. Hey.
Mm.
And as it's the beginning of Pride, and happy Pride to my brothers and sisters, uh, one of them ties into Pride as well. Um, it's already up at the store. I had told my channel members about it first because they're supposed to know about it first. Should I didn't prepare anything to show you guys today because I'm stupid, quite frankly. Let me see if I can pull something up real quick. It's at my Spreadshirt store.
It does look a bit purple. Yes, yes. And Sorcerer's asking, how is Yolanda the dragon doing, by the way?
She's great. She wasn't in this, obviously, but all right. Wait a second. Let me. Um. There we go. Here we go. Doing it. So, the link to my Spreadshirt store is um on my About page, and
Mhm.
here's the merch. So we have, this is one. You see it?
Yep.
That's just
Taipan's wondering whether he gets a cut for reminding you.
yeah.
Yes, you do. And you get to pick the knife that cuts you.
Mhm. So here's one design, and let's see. I gotta go back, I guess. Did I do it? Come on.
Go on, you can do it.
No, I can't. All right, there we go. And here's the other. Here, I'll put it on the mug. This is the one that has tied to Pride because these are in the rainbow colors. And this is a play on the friends of the family you choose. Because you're my chosen family, we choose you. So
Yeah.
those are the two designs that I have out now. Uh, you're the first people to see it. Be honest. Do you like them?
I must admit I do.
I'm proud. I like these a lot better than any I've done before. The hugs and kisses, I really like, and the chosen family feels like it's really important to me. Thank you, Graham. I'm glad you like them. I
Yes, they
really,
are.
I don't like just throwing any old clip art on a shirt and sending it out. And there are a lot of channels who do that. Um, there's one
Right.
who's really bad and does that, but I wanted to do something that meant something to me. And these two, I feel, really represent me. Us, I should say us. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, as a total non sequitur, possibly,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
The
You're
concept?
aware of the YouTube streamer guy called Planar Walk from New
Yeah, of
Zealand?
course. It's a friend of mine. Why?
Yeah, he's just come out as being trans.
If I said I knew it all along, would that be horrible?
Nope.
Because I did. I knew it. Good for him. Good for you, Planner Walk. I know you won't see this, but he's a sweetheart.
He is.
He's a great guy. You watch his show?
Yeah.
I didn't think you watched Flat Earth shit.
Um,
Is he not doing that
it,
anymore?
well, no, he is, but sort of Flat Earth, yeah, it's a bit. I mean, Time and Dan, I've had enough with. Not really impressed by his style, but I like Plain Old because he's a decent person and a nice person, and he makes interesting, fun commentary, and content. So yeah.
Yeah. No, he's good. He's really smart. Um, no, you won't get a dribble cup. Type in and thank you, honey. Sorsha. There's also a contest, right?
Yes.
My avatars. I'm putting them in the Discord. You will have to DM me the answers. The first person who puts them in the actual room with them ends the contest for everybody, right or wrong, because there's 4 differences between my original and my new avatar. Um, and the first person who DMs me the answers correctly uh, gets a free shirt or piece of merch. Anyone they want. It could be a mug, could be a tote bag, anything but like a hoodie. That's a lot of money, even to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't make anything off the merch, like maybe $1. Because I want to keep the prices down. And if I bring them up to where I'm making like $5 off a shirt or anything, it just seems like too much money. I don't see paying $20 for a shirt is is normal. It is nowadays, but for me, it's still a lot, or
It is a
$15
reasonable amount, yeah.
yeah. So I'd rather keep the cost down. I'm just, I'm excited that you guys wear them. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to make money off of it. So yeah. But yeah, so I'm gonna put that up and in the Discord with the instructions. Please follow them. Thank you. I'm doing it with the DMs instead of like email because the DMs will keep an order who came first, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right. Well, wishing to be rude. It's just gone midday, so I need to be
All right.
sloping off.
I will start the outro.
Okie
Say
dokie.
bye.
Oh, quickly before you do that, in reference to how the dragon is doing, Sorsha?
Mm-hmm. She's getting scritches. Scritch, scritch, scritch. She's having a ball. She's well taken care of. All right then. Say
Right.
good night.
Right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good God. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. And thank you.